Hello everyone and welcome to this Forento review video. Today I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about Forento, and as usual, if you do have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. I will also be leaving a discounted link in this video's description so that you can always get your money's worth for Forento. So Forento in its core is essentially a website where you're able to manage all of your courses and you're able to sell them and make an overall marketplace for you to sell certain things. So we're going to begin with our dashboard. Now the dashboard is the all-in-one place where you can see your domain, you can see how many sales you've made, you can see how many visits you've had, and there's also some onboarding things on the right so that you can set up everything that you need for the site. So you also have a website editor. So this is where you're basically able to create a front page for your website, but it's a drag and drop thing. So without having to know, any web design, any HTML or anything like that, or any other coding language, you can enable the website and you can basically drag and drop and make your own sort of site homepage with very useful and very unlimited features. Now, the enable website button does take a while, but this is basically where the front page will be. So everything that people will use when they're actually trying to obviously use your platform will all go here. And this is sort of where they'll be able to book things, where they'll be able to buy your courses and everything like that. Now, courses is the main page. When you create a course, we're just going to call it course 1 and we'll do it a course for new people. And basically, these are where you can add everything that you need. So you can edit the course, you can add inputs, you can go to the settings, link and preview, but we're going to go to the edit. Now, this is where you can create chapters. And overall, it will give you links. You can add links to things, you can add videos or texts or tutorials, anything like that, depending on what your course is. So for example, if you had a course on how to start video editing and what your sort of tips and tricks of how to use specific softwares were, you would put it here and you would give ideas and videos and tutorials on it. And then at the end, for example, you might want to add a quiz. Now these are really easy to add. You simply just hit the text and you'll put title and we'll just put 1, 2, 3. You can add attachments and you can add links, but the title will be here. You can, for example, add a quiz, and obviously the quiz will then have the quiz answer, and you'll have different questions for the quiz and things like that you can all add at the end. And then inputs as well, you're able to add sort of inputs for single line or multiple lines depending on the answer that you actually want. And then you obviously have videos which will ask you to drag and drop an uploaded file that you had on your computer. And when all this is done, you're able to preview what it will actually look like. So this will bring you to an external site where you're sort of able to see things load. Sometimes it does take a little bit of a while to load, and it may not on this occasion, but it will give you what you've actually made in a visualization format. So for example, it would look a little bit like this. You'd sign on with your account, and then it would show you the course, and you'd be able to access everything that course has to offer. And you can hit that little publish course button at the end, and then it will be published, and you'll be able to then send that out to people. People who subscribe to your service will be able to buy it and things like that. You also have exams. So exams, if I hit create, we'll just call it exam 1, exam 1. And basically you can go ahead and go to the completions or the edit tab and you can create questions. It's essentially a test where people who complete your course, you might want the course to give them a certification in something. And when they finished, you're able to give them a certification and create an exam for them to pass so that they actually get that. Now, once you've actually found one, you can go into your drafts and you can add completions to it. So you can view the email, the name, the score, the completion date, and the time it took them to complete it in here. But other than that, you can create a new question and say, how do I create an exam? Boom. And then all you would hit is hit the enter button and then create the answer. So you can add as many as you want. You do option 1, option 2, and option 3. And then the answer would be option 2. And then you can hit publish whenever that's done, and then this action cannot be undone. You can publish it, and then under your exams for published, it will be right there ready for anyone that is subscribed to your service to use. Videos is very simple. Any videos that you want people who have subscribed to access will go in here. You simply hit the upload video button. It will take you to a title and a description. Whether it's a sign-in required or a paid behind a paywall, you would put those information in, you would save it, and then that video would be able to have one attached to it from your files, and you'd be able to have that on as well. Downloadables is anything on your website that you want people to be able to download and keep. So usually this will be a file, basically. It could be a document, it could be a number of things. It's really whatever you want it to be. But you put the name, the description, and you would put whether they have to pay for this particular file, and then the file itself. And if you want there to be a thumbnail to sort of give people that idea and a visualization as to what it is, you can add a thumbnail here, which is optional, and then hit create downloadable, and that will bring that there for you. Now, membership basically depends on different tiers. You can add tiers for it. You can add whether the membership is actually something that you want, and with a recurring fee, as you can see every month or however long you want, you can hit create new, and then you can create a name and a description for that specific tier, which will give you more things on the website. So you'd put the name and the description. You can either offer just a monthly plan, or you can offer an annual plan, and maybe you want the annual plan to be 10% off or 20% off what it would cost you if you bought a monthly. That's something that people tend to do if you want to lock people in for longer. Very easy to do, and then you would simply put name, description, and you'd hit offer monthly plan, and we'll do $10 a month, or offer an annual plan for $99. Hit create tier, and you would need to enable payments, and we'll come on to that later. Community is basically where people can have a talk with each other, where you can interact and things like that, whether people can talk about the course or not, share information about it. You want your customers to have interaction with each other. If you want you yourself to have interaction with your customers, you can enable this and then give people specific levels, so beginner, advanced, and professional, depending on how many points or how far in the course they are. And this will mean that people have, slightly higher, I guess, reputations in the community, and people will be able to listen to people who obviously have more experience in that company. You can have posts and categories and profiles, leaderboards and messages, and then you obviously have the default user privilege, which will be react to posts and comment. And then we can move on to events. This is any events that you want to be able to host on your site that people can join. You can simply create an event up here, and you would set the title and the description and the start date and whether people will pay, where it is, or the link for the video call of which it will be broadcast on. Very, very simple to do, but useful if you want to give a speech, whether you want to give a sort of overall update thing, or whether you just want to have something fun for all of your users to be able to participate in. Then you very simply have a users tab where you can invite or export the amount of users that you've got, and then it will give you the name, email, registration date, and any purchases that they've made on the site. We also have analytics, which is really, really handy. It gives a lovely visualization of all the sales, visitors, sources, and overall a graph of how things are doing, any devices that people are accessing the site on, visitors, unique visitors, and sales, and overall all of this information over the course of either a day, a week, the 1 week, 1 month, this year, or 1 year. So basically it will give you a large amount of options. You can't do a custom time, which is the one caveat about this, but obviously that's a very specific thing. If you wanted to look back and being able to see all these options, you'd be able to look back pretty accurately, at least for the past month or this month alone. So that's always useful to have. Payments is very easy. In order to receive your payments, you can receive them either on Stripe or PayPal, two of the most popular gateways in order to actually receive funds from, and it's very simple. You would hit the connect button and put in your obviously your information. Discount codes are the final option here that we have, where you will need Stripe. You can't do discounts on PayPal, however they are working on it, but you can set discounts for specific people once you've set up your Stripe account. Finally, we have settings where you're basically able to customize the platform, put emails out, set a custom domain, change your account members, and also manage anyone in your team. But apart from that, that is it for Forento. So what do I think about Forento? And in all honesty, I really like it. I think that anybody who is looking for a course, or at least a site to publish their course and really give out their knowledge to people, will find this incredibly useful. I love the way it looks. It's so professional. The way that it works is so easy, and the features that you can add for people to be able to access behind that paywall and subscription is just immense. The abilities to customize it, the abilities to add exams and courses, and also have a community feel and not just have sort of a paywall where they're the customer, you're the owner. You can interact with people and you can talk with them and you can have the community talk with each other. And I think that that's really crucial, because it's not just about the course, it's about being able to talk with people. Because even though the course will give you the critical information, at the end of the day, the people are what will make it the thing that you want it to be. And they'll be able to share their own experiences in that sort of field, whatever the course is about, with each other. And mean that it's not just the course that they're paying for, it's for the interaction and the extra unique knowledge that you're going to get from that. So that's really mainly why people would want to use this. I think it's really, really well made. And overall, if you are looking for a course website to show what you have in store, then this is absolutely perfect for you. But thank you everyone so much for watching. I'll see you next time, but until then, goodbye.